Hey guys, this is Mikael Tranquillity, and you're watching Search and Destroy. He had a lot of really cool ideas when it came to songwriting and just general ideas in the beginning. I guess then he became more comfortable after a while, so he started writing some stuff, you know. So the song Dream Oblivion, for instance, is mostly his work. So it was really cool to have, like, you know, fresh new blood in the band and something different, you know. That always helps, you know. It kind of drove us along and inspired us a lot. So I think mostly that, but I think he will come into his own as a songwriter in the band for the next album for sure. But this was a really amazing start of that.
There is a void between our hands, a trail the sound of night, when arrow lays will earthquake on us for every sun cut hard.
It's the easiest thing in the world, you know. Like, this is, since we grew up doing this together, you know, the four of us, it quickly became such a, you know, like just the most natural thing in the world, because we were kind of 14 when we started the band, you know. Those are kind of formative years and whatever, you know, where we just felt like this is what we wanted to keep doing for the rest of our lives. So it hasn't been hard at all.
Wow, loneliness, you resist your feelings Russian. Give it the tree with all the noise. Wow, well, this world within a
There are certainly connections, but I feel like we tried hard to make this kind of like a different album, as something that would kind of mark a new start for the band. You know, since we celebrated 20 years last year, we wanted this album to be like the first album of the next 20 years. So it's a darker album. It's a more serious one, and we just treated it very differently. And I think that's for me the main difference. But of course there are similarities, you know, and kind of themes that keep coming back. But in my mind, it's just it's the darkest and most intense and serious album we've done. I wanted it to kind of reflect the emptiness, and so I toyed around a couple of ideas and did some sketches and sent out to a lot of artists, because Niklas decided that he wanted to focus on the writing this time around, so left me in charge to kind of do that part. And eventually I found this guy in Germany, Stefan, who just had amazing ideas, just simple but really stark and very kind of honest, you know, in a way. And it just fitted perfectly. So we worked on it for a long time, but I think it turned out really, really well.
Now it waits for you and me, shadow in our blood.
You know, we really love this work on Fiction. Just the way of working like that, where we spend with 8-9 weeks, whatever, recording in Martin B's studio, and then we just ship it off to Tua, and he just does his magic, and it turns out amazing. It was just very, very comfortable to us, you know.
But we're else has taken seems to know the wind.
I'm very proud of that, and I think it feels amazing. It's hard to be objective about it though, because I mean it's just something that we've been doing, and it's hard to kind of take a step back and realize what's going on. But I guess I'm most proud of the fact that we never we never looked outside of the band for advice or for you know, inspiration, whatever. It's just the six of us and our decision, our music, our passion that goes into the songwriting, nothing else, no one else. There are no outside influences, you know, except for the music we love and all that. But it's not like the record company tells us what to do, or fans tell us what to do, or we feel like, oh, we should perhaps make something more commercial, whatever. It's like, that never comes into our mind. It's just a matter of making the best possible music that the six of us can be 100% satisfied with. It was an awesome scene. I mean, it was a cool sense of community, you know. A lot of bands, you know, and everybody kind of sharing the experience of being unique in a way, because no one was playing death metal around our area. We felt like death metal was still such a new genre, you know, no one knew about it, like in the mainstream, whatever, or the media. So we kind of felt cool, you know. We were our little gang of friends who were all in different bands, and we hung out, you know, drank beer together and partied together and did shows together, you know. So it was like a really cool community vibe, and that's what I remember the most.
From an earthly distance, I challenge the universe. It's the choice between heaven and hell. Oh.
It should be, right? But we haven't even begun talking about, like, thinking about it yet, because now we're gonna be touring for a year for this album, and probably more than that, and then after that we'll, you know, come home, relax a little bit, and start thinking about what the next step should be. But we don't really plan that far ahead. It's definitely one of our most important albums, because it was the one where we felt real for the first time. We felt like we had found our sound. It was the first kind of properly produced album. It was the first that I sang on, obviously, so that makes it very special to me. And it opened up a lot of doors, so it's definitely very special. I feel that we've done better things after that, but of course it always has a very special place. It's really about how we deal with the fact that we're not immortal, as it should be. I mean, I kind of look back on the earlier albums as time capsules, you know, that kind of capture where we were at the time, you know, what we were up to, what we felt like doing, and what was going through our minds at the time. It's hitting it hard, for sure, you know. Kids don't really respect the fact that you spend so much time writing and recording an album, and you pay so much money to do it. But then again, for a lot of bands, I think it's a positive thing, you know, because it spreads the music and it's easier, more accessible to people who have a hard time finding the albums. But it's really tough, you know. And when we speak to the record company, they just go like, I don't know, you know, I don't know what we're gonna do. But hopefully there will be something new that will take its place, and something that means that the artist actually can make some money from releasing records. I'm just really, really happy to be here. This is awesome. We love coming here, and we love the fact that we have the most devoted fans who come out to our show. So it's a privilege and a pleasure.
What's going for? You were living is denied. I see your movement and take a position. I need a song away.
Search and destroy.